It's been 75 years since India gained its independence, and we are so happy to be here during this time.
So join us in today's video as we take you to Delhi's most important monuments that are awesomely lit up in the colors of the Indian flag.
First stop is Humayun's tomb. It was built in the 1560s by his grieving widow Hamida Banu Begum. Persian and Indian craftsmen worked together to build the garden tomb, far grander than any tomb built before in the Islamic world. It stands on a platform of 1200 meters squared and reaches a height of 47 meters. This tomb is the earliest example of Persian influence in Indian architecture and actually became an inspiration for the Taj Mahal a few decades later. One of the perks of coming to India during this festive period, during like Independence Day and all the holidays that follow on from now for the next 6 months, is that during a festival, the monument entrance fee is free, even for tourists, so we don't even have to pay the entrance fee.
Usually it's around 600 to 700 rupees to get in for a foreigner, so that's quite a saving.
Thank you, India. Next up is Safdarjung tomb complex. This looks a lot older because it's actually not maintained the way the previous monument is, but it's beautiful nonetheless. This bit behind me reminds me of a peacock, and the peacock is actually India's national bird. Fact of the day. We did that whole vlog sequence thinking that was the tomb. We were even quite impressed until Varun told us to go through and take the shot. We only realized then that we were fools and we weren't even in the right place. This is the actual tomb, and it's so much more beautiful. It was built in 1754 in the late Mughal Empire style for Nawab Safdarjung. He was made Prime Minister of the Mughal Empire in 1748, and according to Wikipedia, he was a cruel, controlling man, and so he was later driven out of Delhi in 1753. He died soon thereafter in 1754, and his son pleaded with the empire to erect this monument in memory of his father.
It is crazy out there today. Independence Day 1947 was the year. Woo! We just drove past India Gate, but we could not actually film it properly because there's just nowhere to park and there are policemen everywhere. So we just had to quickly film it out the window.
The India Gate, formerly known as the All India War Memorial, was opened in 1931. It stands as a memorial to 84,000 soldiers of the British Indian Army who died between 1914 and 1921 in the First World War and the Third Anglo-Afghan War. 13,300 servicemen's names, including some soldiers and officers from the United Kingdom, are inscribed on the gate, and it is often compared to the Arc de Triomphe in Paris and the Gateway of India in Mumbai.
But wow, what a festive time to be here in India. It is absolutely pumping with a vibe.
So for those that don't know the history of India, Rhett's about to tell you right now.
Some put me on the spot. Basically, today is 75 years after India got independence from British rule. On that day, British India was divided or partitioned into Pakistan and what is now India. So yeah, just a huge celebration of independence and freedom basically from British rule.
The first revolt against the British Empire was in 1857, Varun?
That's correct.
That's correct. And that wasn't successful, and 100 years later,
after the British started to kind of lose their power due to the World War, it just got a bit easier, and that's when it happened.
And there were uprisings in the country to do with the split of the partition of Pakistan and India.
And although there's a lot of celebration about it now, the day was actually quite a grim one, and up to 15 million people died because of the religious revolts and things that were a result of the partition. So yeah,
that was pretty good. Jeez. But anyway, the day in India in the modern day is one of celebration and happiness and color and fun. and we've loved every minute of being here. It's awesome, and we've loved seeing the Indian flag everywhere.
Yeah,
every hotel, every monument. Well, not every, okay.
Every,
a lot of hotels.
every
a lot of
rickshaw,
monuments.
every rickshaw's got an Indian flag
Yeah.
on the back of them. It's just such a cool thing to see. Highly recommend visiting during this time, although it can be difficult to get around with road closures and certain monuments being closed, like the Red Fort, for example. We were not allowed to actually enter because that's where they do the hoisting of the flag and the actual celebration. That's where the original flag got hoisted. Just finished up a delicious dinner at this Asia restaurant here in the heart of Delhi. I was just telling Claire that that meal for everybody at quite a fancy restaurant was $48, and we had biryani, sushi, some drinks, and still cheaper than the 2 bowls of ramen in New York City. Just crazy. Yep, that's a restaurant up there. That's gonna be it from Delhi tonight. Stay tuned for the next vlog. We are heading down to Agra on the train. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.
It's been 75. It's been. Oh, thank you. It's been 75 years since. It's been 75 years since India last.